Hi everyone. Well, welcome to the monthly forecast reading. I'd like to make a little introduction first for you to get to know what this is about, okay? So the intention for these readings are for them to be monthly. These are more of a general reading, okay? Focus with the intention to apply to as many as you as possible. Sort of global messages that affect the energy of our planet, that affect us at an individual level, and the consciousness, awareness, how it expands or how it contracts, depending, or the awareness that we constantly are receiving from higher sources into the awakening of this planet. So you're going to find that the messages from Spirit will be more at a general level. In fact, to make it more into the physical realm, I am going to be using my tarot card deck, okay? Normally I'm going to be using this one right here. It's called the Cosmic Tarot, okay? And my intention is to use this tarot deck in order to pull the messages that are for the most importance for Spirit. Since I am not tapping on anyone in specific, I want to do it this way, so the most information comes forth. In addition, I plan to tap all sources of light, okay? I will connect with the spirit guides. I will connect with the energies that may come to me or other sources of light that may come to me. Even if for some reason I receive information from the Akashic records, I will be sharing that also, okay? But these readings are intended to be more at a general level, okay? They are not intended at a personal level, and they won't work in that aspect, even though they will make a very strong influence in your life, especially if the energies are touching a living area that you are working on, okay? So, with that being said, let's go for the reading. Hey folks, how are you? How is it going? Wow, it felt like, like it was yesterday that we did the first forecast of the year. And believe it or not, this is already the forecast for June, the 6th month, obviously, you know that. But it's like, wow, we already have done halfway through this year. And wow, what a heck of a year. I am pretty sure many of you resonate with that. And well, I have gotten many reading requests, many, messages from you guys, and I do understand you very well because it has been crazy for me. Those that have been working with me know it well, with the website, with everything. It's like, wow. I'm curious though for the forecast of this month because it feels positive. It feels to me that the heaviest of the storm has already passed. This is something that I came up with last month, and even though last month it has been a tough month, it has been also a month of closure. Spirit brought last time, I recall, that progress and conclusion and resolution was going to be present in the month for some, okay? Especially those who have been working with things. Some of those endings, they have been positive. Some of those endings, they might have not been positive, but they were necessary. Remember releasing a connection, maybe losing someone, maybe coming to the realization of something, maybe upgrading, getting a promotion, making a step forward, leap of faith. Many of those things, they happened this month, and others who are still in the progress of healing and releasing. I am being told right now that it has intensified even more, but they are even coming down to a moment of realization that there is even an ending for this, okay? Because we had to learn a lot this year, and still this energy is going to be present, okay? This energy of constant movement, of constant learn this, then learn this, then learn this. But it's not going to be in such a heavy way, okay? That's how it feels to me. Let me going to start here to shuffle all the cards. I always forget to show them in the camera. I guess it's a nice thing to do, but okay, well, kinda it has to be like this. I saw the first card, the Spirit said to me to stop. It almost jumped, as you guys saw, and the first is Justice. And it's very symbolic that justice is the first card comes out, because like last month it felt like it was coming down to a conclusion, coming down to a resolution of things resolving, and things finally reaching their end, whether it's more or less positive. At least the struggle, it's over. You have outgrown it, or you have left it behind, or if it's something that is part of your memories or part of your life, it stays with you, okay? But the struggle itself, the negativity that it was causing, it's not making things even worse, okay? So this justice card here, it really says that we are into justice, okay? It's like really, really awesome, because it's like saying finally, we are going to have, more of a break. And apparently, you guys have been doing wonderfully, because as I explained, these readings are always, conscious, global consciousness readings. They are based on the global consciousness. So it's sort of saying, okay, so let's see how humanity has done this month. Let's see how it goes next, So seeing justice here, you want me to tell you, good job, guys. And, I would have to include myself and many people I know, because it has really been like really boom, boom, boom going forward. But it's really powerful. So, now times of more relief. You're going to see further relief coming, okay? More and more relief. I have that sensation on the back that there might be something, especially in those two upcoming cards, Possibly it's also because there is a lot of consciousness, fear right now, that it's affecting that. But I am curious to see when they come up, okay, when they indicate me that. But even this whole Hawaiian thing, it's symbolically, it's symbolical, okay, because it's a release. It's even the earth as a being herself is releasing, it's letting go of what does no longer belong to her, and this is why we have to be very careful and really pay attention, to what we do, how we do connect with others, to care of others, to care of nature, to try to understand that we live in this planet with many, many neighbors other than human beings, trees, insects, animals, they are all living creatures. We have to respect them in the best of our ability and to our best possibilities, okay? But also, we have to be extremely fair with ourselves. Remember, guys, last month I was doing that. Well, the justice continues applying into that phase, okay? So you guys need to be very well aware of that. So let's see here the next card, 6 of Wands, pretty nice also. So far, so good, okay? And the 6 of Wands, it's also a validation again, This forecast is really feeling to me kind of like a checkpoint, kind of like a year checkpoint, and it's very symbolic because it's the mid of the year, okay? So it's like, wow, The 6 of Wands, it's telling, you have already, what I have been explaining, out of the challenges that you had to face, the challenges have calmed down, okay? That lion you see over there, it's trying to represent the challenges. It's resting there, it's relaxed, and you have gained a lot of tools which represent those ones over there, and you're holding one, and you are happy, because you have tamed the lion, because you have tamed life itself. You have, obtained, a lot of wisdom through hardship, through positive experiences, negative, in many forms, but you have received that, and you have outgrown, became a stronger person, became more empowered, and became more aware. And that's something very, very symbolic and very important for you to know, that you are holding now a lot more tools, a lot more awareness. Make sure, please, to look back 6 months, okay, and look where you were and look where you are at right now, okay? And make sure that you have the awareness to be able to tell yourself, now I can use these tools, now I can pursue this. Now I am worth more. Now I am doing this connection with that person, or I, will claim that the friendship needs to continue as long as there's communication. Whatever, it's time to really say, okay, the chances are over. You have done a great job. If you're still working on that, the Six of Wands is telling you, come on, you're almost done with it. It's like you are still holding the challenge, you're still into it, but it's coming to an end. Some of your challenges might not apply in that way because they might be too big. But what it applies is progress. You will find and you will receive progress here, and that also will make it a very, very positive thing. Okay, something that I want you to be very aware of. Okay, so the Six of Wands represents the aftermath. Okay, and it's asking you to do even more introspection. Okay, to go back and see everything you have gained through these last 6 months and use it. Okay, and even if you had very negative outcomes, or you lost someone, or you had to change jobs, or had to whatever, and you feel, oh, it's horrible and such, look at the part of the blessing itself. Okay, because there is always a blessing behind a curse, if you would want to call it that way. Okay, I would call it a life lesson, I would call it life itself. It's how the mechanics of the universe works. Okay, so let's see here the last card. Okay, wow, it's a powerful card, even though it might scare some of you. Don't be afraid of it, because this card has a very horrible fame, but I'm very happy to see that. Actually, that's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome because, I'm pretty relieving, because many of these things also apply, to, it has been applying to my life, so it's like, oh, thank you, the death card, it's not as bad as many of you think. What's going on here? What we have been talking about? Challenges, difficulties, learning lessons, struggles, growings, okay, the growing always continues, but the abrupt growing, okay, well, all of that has reached an end, the death. And even more symbolic, it was the third card, the last card in the forecast reading. Okay, so it really says that many of you are going to find that the end of these problems are going to turn now into blessings for you. Some of them are already blessings. Some of you are already seeing results. Well, they are going to multiply a lot. Okay, so I believe that this month, based on this last death card, it's going to be a complete, there is going to be a complete shift. Make sure also to enjoy, and this is not so happy, but I have to say it, make sure to also enjoy, this month, that it's also a little calmer than other months, and, and make sure to get a lot, and make sure to get the most of it as you can through that Six of Wands, okay? Because also death is telling me that there's going to be a shift starting in July, energetic shift that it's going. Well, they're not telling me what it's going to be. Actually, I was hoping for that, but they didn't. So, it's like we don't have to tap into that yet. But right now we have to focus into this. And this death card, it also means that if you're still wrapping up things this month, you're going to wrap them up. Okay, you're going to complete it this month. So it's going to be quite positive and quite good, because you will say at least finally, so that's what this death card is saying. Okay, and then from there it's representing the death of something, and then the rebirth, the aftermath. You might be starting to experience some of the positives out of everything that has happened to you this year so far, and also maybe some of the negatives. You will start to realize that they are not that negative. Okay, so make sure to follow very well everything that Spirit shared this month. Make sure to be grateful, to fill yourself with gratitude for the progresses that you have done, and for those of us, I'm going to say, that have a bit more of calmness, to get the most of it. Okay, to get the most of it and to enjoy it very much. And well, I'm going to leave it here. Very, very strong message. I really enjoyed it, and that finale with the death card, it was like, wow, thank you. I was definitely because of collective fear, feeling that something might have come up with more bad news and such, and it was like, perfect correlation, justice, 6 of Wands, and then the death card. You're like, that's all you need, you are done, good, time to improve, to evolve, to step forward, step up. Okay, guys? So, well, thank you very much for listening. Always a big pleasure doing this, and until next time, namaste.